so we can not be caught up in the things of the world, but we know that we have the ability to at least be aware that they're going on, knowing that we can't change what you already wrote, but we could be wise and be prepared. So February 1st, this Lupercalia worship. Get ready for the Doge explosion, right? Cryptomania. Here we go, Mr. Chump. He's going to come in here and start a war with Canada. You know, people are too ignorant in this country to remember that wars are not started with. Let me get more light on this subject. Whoa, I don't like that tone of that light. There we go. Maybe you might be able to. I can't stand that. All right, we're gonna have to stick with that one. Too much light in my eyes there. All right. Either way, the sanction or a tariff is how wars are started in America. And if people are too ignorant to remember their history, I'm not going to hide that from you. I'm going to tell you how every war in America has been started with it, not with an ordinance falling. I've said this, so it's just a repeat of what I've already told you. So tariffs, embargoes, and sanctions are how wars are started. So we just started a war February 1st. Hope you're ready for this with Canada and Mexico, our allies. Germany, he said he's going to do it too. So nonsense. Anybody who's not seeing it coming is going to have to suffer for whatever they didn't get ahead of time. And this is something we could easily have gotten ahead of. If you'd have done something about it, you could have already gotten ahead of this egg ritual this January. Because on this channel, I told you January is the one with the rooster, the cock, or the hen, the egg. So I'm not telling you to act in haste once again, but here we go. We're going to sanction and go to war with Canada. I rebuke Donald Trump. He's an idiot. You don't sanction your ally. I don't care these stupid excuses that all these people make for this. You don't sanction your allies. So all this trade, where they did all this trade deficits and all, they did all this. It's all created. So just think it's almost, again, it's entertaining, but it's also very hard to watch. So sanctions, tariffs, embargoes is how you start wars. So Donald Trump starts a war with Canada and Mexico. And everybody in America's like, yeah, Team America, everything's awesome. When you're part of the team, ride the train. Come on, ride that train. Yeah, ride it. Yeah, ride the chump train. All these people riding this political nonsense. Poly meaning many, tick meaning bloodsucker. Yeah, well, we're at war now with you. Can't talk to you. You're my enemy now because we're at war with you. They're lying. So you have to unsubscribe because you're my enemy now. Maybe Chump will say that, oh, I can't talk to people in Canada. Maybe like Mr. Castro. Maybe if I talk to you, he'll clear my bank account out or something. You know what I'm saying? They'll pull some stupid nonsense like they pulled Mr. Castro. I mean, Trudeau. So you got to call this out, brothers, sisters. You got to call this out. Father would, right? He'd call that on your heart through Shiloh, through this meek. He stood up against the Halakha and Haggadah. So you don't sanction your allies. What an idiocracy this United States and any of this is all a bunch of fallacy, phallic worship and Masonic, rituals, occult, cyclical rituals. So did you get over there and see Civilization Cycles? Watch a little bit, doing some study and doing some other things, trying to multitask here. But Ransom and David put up, this AI talking about what's coming, and so it's good to know that there's other people who are in the narrow way. Ransom, he's brilliant. David, he's unbelievable. His work is untouchable. So, yeah, Good. Yeah, I don't like the way he is, but I mean, it's fine. I mean, Nate is very smart. I don't agree with Nate's towing the line. You know, he's really making it very understandable for people. I don't remember. I'm not buying into a computer can like learn, you know, has a learning. It's a math, there's a sequence, it's a cycle, it's a rhythm, it's an algorithm, it's a compute, it's computer. It's a math problem, a 0 and a 1, and anything else is just, you know, you're adding to something that's not there. So they can take all the information they're put in and give you the best result from what's there, but they don't have the ability to learn, you know, this whole computer learn, you know, again, it's that's the whole feelings. Computers have feelings, and then you give them rights. So I'm not going to fall for that, and I'm going to stand opposed against that. uh, Artificial is antichrist idiots. That's the only AI I'll accept. Or advanced intelligence, not artificial. Everything gets hijacked and they turn it into something it's not. So So yeah, no, I understand. Like I said, I like Nate's work on it. I don't agree with everything that he's saying, but he's so over the target with his work that you can't look at it. You can't not look at Nate's work on the subject. He's brilliant. He really is a brilliant mind. I thank Father for the time that I've spent on his channel, you know, absorbing his wealth of information, because I'm an information maniac. So Nate has a very unbiased. I like he's very he tries not to have a bias. You know, he's preparedness mindset, but that's lifestyle. So it's not panic. It's always, you know, so day X, here we are. You know, when is day X? Well, day X is, if you think about it, is if that's war, then the sanction tariff embargo, day X would be February 1st, for at least for you and me. Like, because what if Trump says I can't, or what if your, you know, tyranny government says you can't talk with Line anymore? You got to unsubscribe from everybody. You remember whole Trump? He's the one who came up with the whole TikTok ban, and then he reverses. Like, so you never know with these people. They say one thing, do another. That's just the way it works. So it's again, that's why I keep pushing this. Do your own thing. Do your own thing. Do your own thing. So it's pretty awesome. Went and got a burrito. Always love to get a burrito. So, but went into town and got some ladies. Oh man, check this out too. I got this, and this is history, guys. This is really, you know me, because I love history. It's, oh man, I love history. Look at this stove. This is Canadian stove, Lion. This is a Canadian stove. This is a Canadian stove, Lion, that I cannot find on the Canadian website. This is an antique, man. It's never, I didn't know it was brand new. I did not know it was brand new. This is a antique Coleman. It says Coleman on that bottle. It says Coleman on that stove. It says Coleman on that top. It's never been, I can't find it on the, it's a Canadian stove. I went and picked this the other day when I got the ladies. I'm gonna have to stand up so you can see this thing. This thing is absolutely a beauty, piece of beauty. It truly is a Coleman. There's the globe. I knew it was pretty old, but I didn't know it was that old. Never been used. Absolutely kerosene, you know, completely. We're talking absolutely brand new. And I didn't know that. I just, because I'm, you know, I'm preparedness mindset. So I always want to have multiple ways to look at that thing. Unbelievable, man. I can't find it. So I'm just, I don't do possessions. This is a preparedness thing, but this is Canadian. This is Canadian stove, just so you know. This came out of Canada. It says Coleman. Where is it? It's stamped with Coleman all over it. It says Coleman right there. Oh, come on now, stupid phone. Coleman, and then Coleman on top of the globe. So I thought it was pretty old, but I didn't know it was as old as it was until I got there. And then I didn't know it'd be brand new and never used. So I picked this up the other day at the Goodwill too, but whatever, man. It's never been used. It's one of these dual, whatever. I needed it. I have another one, but I've sold a couple of them too. But look at that thing of wonder there. This antique. I mean, this is old. That's not new. Well, it is brand new and it's never been used, but it is an antique. And it's from Canada. It's a Canadian model. So, in fact, you might appreciate that, Lion. So, went to town the other day to go grab that. During war, keep in mind, Kevin and I are on the way to go get this stuff. We're going to get birds, right? Self-sufficiency. And I'm on the way. I'm like, dude, this is so cool. We're going during war, World War III, and we're going to get birds. This stove, I didn't even know that stove was as nice as it is. It's like, we're going to get this, kerosene stove. So we got more ways to be prepared when things break down. Even though I have multiple kerosene stoves, I just saw that and went, wow, would be nice to have all that big fuel canister. Yeah, whatever. I don't care. I don't recognize alphabet soup agencies. Remember, anyways, I don't do none of that. I don't recognize any governments. None of them. They're all rogue. Constitutional Republic. There's rights under the Constitution here. So I can assert them because I was here, birthed in this rock through my dad and mom. They made me, but my Creator put me here in this northern hemisphere. So I have to deal with it wherever they land, wherever it was landed. Yeah, either, me, I say burn flags. I'm a flag burner. Burn them all. Burn all the flags. I don't want to see any more flags. None of that nonsense. All your crests. Burn all that nonsense. Keep some of them for, record, whatever. Put them in historicals. Have some backups, whatever. Burn the whole, right, but burn all the flags. Burn them. I don't care about burning. That's idiocracy. I don't give allegiance to a flag, or even my allegiance is to the right of my Father gives me that through Shiloh, my weak and non-recognizing unjust law, because that's what he did. So why do I do that? Because Christ did that. And they threw him in prison for doing that. Why do you do that? Because Christ did. 99% of people don't know Jesus Christ. They don't know the Hamashiach. They know some other Jesus, some baby manger Jesus, but they don't know the true, the one that fulfilled all the laws of flesh, the one who hung on a tree. They think he carried a cross, and they think he was hung on a cross. That's Satan. Baby manger, that's a pole. The north and south. Although he was hung on a stake or a tree, he wasn't hung on a cross. That's, we were warned about idolism and imagery. So that's the Bourget. There was I'm not going to go in it. Anybody knows what that image of that is. But anyways, he was born of Bethlehem from the house of David. So there we go. He said, before Abraham was, I am. So we know who we're talking about. But anyways, that's what, again. So he's not burning a flag. I don't recognize. Up on it, wipe my butt with a flag, and being the first to do that. Maybe I can do that. Really offend all these prideful Americans. I'm going to wipe my butt with a U.S. flag, and there ain't a damn thing you can do with it. Yeah, you can. Take that and stick that in your First Amendment constitutional right. Speech, press, religion. It's my right. Oh, what is it? Pride that I can't burn? Where does it say in the Constitution I can't burn a flag? It's the right to choose. It's not about freedom, you idiots. There's no such thing as free will. So there's no such thing as dumb. It's always been about the right. I'm a veteran, so I know constitutional rights. Not only is the right of the people under the Declaration of Independence, it's the duty to form peacefully, redress grievances, for the unconstitutional, tyrannical first ballots, then bullets. Notice you First Amendment comes first, your Second Amendment comes second. So there's a reason why these constitutional rights were written the way they were. If you know them, you can assert them, but most people don't. Like they don't know Jesus. Remember, they don't know diddly. Oh, wasn't that? They know Diddy. They know their bath oil parties, and they know their 300 to 400 to 500 Rolodex playlist song of, you know, whatever genre of music, but they can't tell me one line in scripture. It's pretty sad. Seriously. So give me a passage, something out of scripture. Teach me the gospel or something. Give me some, let me see what he wrote on your heart. Show me what Father reveals these things when we sup with him. Knock and I will sup with you. He tells us he will do these things. That is his promise with Shiloh. He return and redeem those that were the disciples, those that it could execute and supped and seeked and followed. Those they executed. You have to be able to follow. See, I burn the flag. My Father's my commander is my Shiloh. He's my love. That is Agape authority. Hallelujah. Boom. I'm a soldier of God. Although I was a veteran tyrant pig, prior pig, law enforcement in the military and law enforcement, pigs. I don't like pigs. So pigs are people in government. Don't matter if you're some clown cop or veteran or both or anybody who works for the government. You're a pig. People in government. Father told us don't sup with vipers. He said, sup, knock, and I will sup with you. Not with pigs or swine. Don't cast your pearls in the mud, brothers, sisters. So people won't listen because they're not Christ-like. They're not the disciples. They're not the Hamashiach, right? No, so they have to act like him, and he stood up to the law. He stood up to perversion, and they killed him. That get your attention? That's not that easy peasy cotton candy Christian Jesus, is it? Christ is a pagan term. Oh, Christ, Miss Christ? You mean Jesus? That's Satan, you idiot. Jesus is Satan, the one born in a manger. Christmas, Jesus, you're an idiot. You worship Satan. See, that's the problem with these religious people. They're idiots. There's difference between an idiom and an idiot. There's difference between translation and transliteration. Quantum physics and quantum computing are they're similar, right? But they're not. Once again, can't change, forward, twist, or pervert. God is a title. That would be more holy, righteous, right? That's the word God. Which God? Like deity, demon God, little g God, or the Most High? You mean a demon? A demon is a god. A deity, the little g gods, they used to have burnt offerings of flesh. Christmas, the Masse, the eating of flesh. M-A-S-S-E is the eating of human flesh. You define anything comes out of your lips. Christ, remember I told you that was a pagan term. Christo, Christ Mass, that's the eating of the flesh of the orgy sex king. There's two kings. There's two witnesses. He warned of idolism and imagery. Gee, I wonder who those two witnesses will be. Maybe it's that left and right eye of yours that'll steal your crown. It's not a laughing matter. Back to the subject here. Seriously, these are the things that people don't, the land of milk and honey is within, brothers, sisters. Christ in you. Your body's a temple. All these people are missing out on all these things that Father knock and I will come sup with you. He's talking about Shiloh. And when he sends his redeemer, the redemption, the receiver, receives his bride. I'll come back and receive or picked up what I already purchased, bought, and paid for in blood. Remember, they killed me. They want to kill you. He said, be like me. They want to throw you in a rape cage. Well, a confinement facility, some kind of pole upon steel bars. So you can grab the bar or soap and bend over and get a gain for the bar for your merchant number. It's a game, brothers, sisters. These people, for people who aren't in the word, they just put the word in everything. And they just laugh and mock this world right now. And the opposite, like Mr. King, Mr. 58-story tower. Remember, I can't sin. Remember, Mr. Warp. speed, not God. God is a title, remember? Deity, little g God. They used to have burnt offerings of flesh. It was an orgy in the middle of the winter where they have a birth of their sun god. Tammuz was the son of that sun god, Satan, who had sex after he died with his mom. Easter or Ashtaroth or Ishtar, that's star worship. Star and sun and lunar and moon. Oh, that's calendar worship. You don't worship calendar. You don't do calendars you don't do anything by this. Uh-oh, somebody's doing it in here. I can already smell it. That's the burnt offering of flesh. Masse is eating of human flesh. They had that orgy and they would have sex with animals. It's a bestiality, Jesus. So I rebuke. I could smell it in here. Remember, I told you I don't sup with vipers. I don't cast my pearls in the mud. Swine. We're not supposed to, brothers and sisters. Don't sup with vipers. Remember, he said you knew I was a snake before you let me in, and here he is, 11. You can just call him Mr. 11. 4 and a 7 is 11. He was 45. That's 9. 4, 9, and 11 is 45, and 47 is of 9 and 11. Not another blogger on the net exposing it either. Not another one I know in exposing that all wars in this divided states of the corporation called America have been started with tariffs, embargoes, and sanctions, not with ordinances. Nope, that's not how wars are. So welcome to World War III, where Chump, Mr. Abaddon, John, Mr. Badman Orange, red flag gun law guy, remember that? Extreme risk. Take them first, prosecute later. They're coming. Posse Comitatus, been repealed. Senate bill. Which one was that? Might want to go back and see all these things that they've been unwinding, all your rights. You have constitutional rights they can't take if you assert them. An executive order is not constitutional. Democracy, we're not a democracy. Well, we were, right? No, we've never been a democracy. Part of the democracy, the process of democracy is part of the constitutional process. Voting and but through House, Congress, and Senate, all these things are supposed to be adjudicated, legislated through our both House, Congress, the House, Congress, and the Senate are judicial, legislative, and executive branches, not by executive order. That's serfdom. By the king, executive, that's your merchant number. That's why you're getting suckered and played, reaching the bar, taking the soap, doing the bend over. This is the bend over the ritual of Christ Mass ritual. The Mass A. The eating of human flesh. You participate in this. You know, when this country was founded, this was illegal, right? Because it was an orgy. Christmas, Christ Mass, the eating of human flesh in the middle of the winter after an orgy for a week with beast, man, and woman. The festival of the Yule wheel, the celestial firmament, where they thought the sun was dying at the equinox. This is silly. It's all twisted. There's a different amount of day and a different amount of light, right? And different amount of dark and a different amount of darkness. And day and night, dark and light are two different things, and they're not the same amount in every day. How come your calendar's set up where it's always at the equinox? Equal day, equal night, equal dark, equal light. Spring and fall. Lunacy. You're a lunatic. If you do anything by this calendar, you've been played like a deck of cards. You've been fooled. It's foolish. You don't do these things. Everything is done by the sun and the moon, but not by this lunar calendar. They would plant. Pagans weren't Satanists. Although Father required burnt offerings of flesh, he didn't say eat them and eat your kids. That's Krampus. That's Christmas. Satan, Jesus, born in the middle of the winter. Remember, Esau killed him. His brother stole his inheritance. He hated Esau and he loved Jacob, but he called Israel. It's all about an inheritance. He gave him that inheritance. It's all about a wedding and an inheritance. And I'm telling you about a crown and a king, and there's two kings. And he said, let no man take your crown. And then I warn you always of the two witnesses that he said he would send. So it's quite easily to see. It's not something didn't happen since time immemorial. This is the same rituals of the Yule wheel, the swastika. They thought there was a goddess in the heavens spinning the Big Dipper around the North Star. Now, anxiety is one of the, that is Ryan here from, oh no, that's Ryan from, I think he's down south. I think he's where he's at. That's not Ryan. Ryan is, I haven't seen Ryan in a minute either. What's Ryan's name? Some of you guys that get to know your name. I forget your channel name because rather know your name. Didn't remember anybody's name. Now I can remember everybody's name. Remember people's name and didn't remember. So anyways, name is Shem. Name is Agape. Name is authority. But hallowed be thy Shem. Hallowed be thy, not thy Jesus. So I don't want to be on here all night because I'd like to get up at a decent hour. So I come here and spend a little bit of time with you guys. Got that, chicken coop finished today. Got to support the door. Then I can get working on Kevin's place and get that house down off the trailer that I got it pulled over here, blocked, and back is feeling it. Must have moved that big jack probably 100 times around the corner. Like a freaking, wish I could see the satellite footage of it. Back's feeling it, so old, but whatever. Not that old. I'm eternal. I don't ever die. So, but the bones are not as aren't they a good group? I could pick. That guy had some pretty good birds. He had some are a little picked on, but that's okay. It's that time of season. They molt and stuff, so I'm excited. They're young. So I'll probably just get small eggs, but that's okay. They'll come into their own. And Kevin has birds too, and I believe he might go down there. I'm not sure. He might just stay here and buy some more birds. I'm not sure what he's doing. He could do it all from here, or he can do whatever. But anyways, I'm focused tomorrow on getting the door done, and then move it over and get that trailer because I need that trailer. I've got other things to do out here. I have a massive list now because I'm not wasting any time, State plus they're building a Hindu statue. Yep, they're going to do that. Sure. Absolutely. They're going to do it because of, here we go, right into this. Oh, I got to go this way because I got a little too warm in here. Watch it there, Mr. Vance. Mr. Vance. More water in my bottle here. Oh, we're gonna lose our lights. Might lose all the lights. What's our light? Okay, hey guys. I might have to shut this stream down soon. We just lost these lights down here in the kitchen. They went out. So I got these lights and this light. And now I've got 11.1 because I had to charge batteries because I was doing. So the only light I got going is the Ring Around the Rosie light. And that quits working here shortly. So I better end this stream, or I'm not going to have any lights in here at all. So I charged the batteries today, guys. I needed to charge the saw batteries. So I better go. Much love and agape. Please leave a comment. Go look back. There was an 11-minute live stream. That's not even real. There's no way Pastor Apocalypse could do 11-minute live stream. Something under 12 minutes or something of the fence line that was done for the chickens today, the ladies. So I'll be back on sometime when I get the battery charged back up. If the whole world doesn't come to an end and we're all gonna die. I love it. Aren't you excited to die, brothers, sisters? So am I. One of you answered really quick. Yes, I am. So, all right. Much love and agape. Pastor Apocalypse, Pastor Revelation. Stay in the word. Be in the word, not of the world. get your house in order. February 1st, sanctions. Here we are. Sanctions are war. United States enters war with its allies. Trump enters war with the allies. Canada. That's insane. That's a stupid move. Stupid move, man. Stupid move. Stupid move. I'm glad I have you brothers and sisters that see through some of this madness. Use your time, if we go by that, wisely, and more importantly, be a good, wise steward of his word. He commands you to guard his commandments. That's his words. Guard his words. Don't let anybody change even a jot or a tittle, brothers and sisters. You know how we are about this on this channel. Refine people with the word. Bring them to the narrow way. Bring them to the light. All right, Pastor Revelation. Whoa.